Yes.
We rolling, yes.
That's it.
All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Yes, man, giving all praises to
Hawa,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Kodash.
Giving double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Salutes to all 144,000 elect out there. Yes, man. So, Ariyah, Ratazar, yeah, we're back here, man, to do this sit down. Ratazar be edifying to all the sincere out there, the women and the children included. Yeah, man. So, yeah, bring out that precept you got, Baba Kushar.
Habakkuk 2 verse 1. I would stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Yeah, so this is Habakkuk, yeah, talking about he's standing upon his watch. And what was Habakkuk? He was known to be a watchman, and it's talking about being a watchman, being on his post, being on guard, right? Because you got the security, you know, man. When you pass some of these even you got buildings over here, you got certain shops over there. There's always security guards in them, and they can't fall asleep. They have to be on their game. They have to be on their job, right? So Habakkuk is read it again, Baba Kushar.
Habakkuk 2 verse 1. I will stand upon my watch, and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved.
Yeah, and we always do the prophets, right? The elders and the apostles on down, they always had instructions, right? Which the instructions are from the scriptures. But even the elders and apostles, they had men over them, elders. You know, High Priest Yaquab, Rabbi Abba Bibbins, King Marshah, High Priest Ariyah, right? There was a men above them, and everything trickled down from you got the Yahawashi, then you got Yahweh. There's always been instructions trickling down. We always under.
You got Yahweh, then you got Yahawashi. So
the water, Yahweh and Yahawashi. Yeah. So instructions be trickling down, and here we got Habakkuk. Read 3 again.
Habakkuk 2 verse 2. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Right, man. So when we be learning this, truth, we want to make it plain, right? It's been made plain to us, right? And we get it, right? We're under instructions, we got it. As now we see time has been revealing the prophecies, the prophecies, so much been going on. May hit 1 and 2 of them in this particular lesson. But when it says there, behold, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, right? We're at the appointed time soon, the appointed time. But yeah, he spoke about visions as well, Habakkuk, which a lot of the prophets, John the Revelator, he had visions. As a matter of fact,
even Slaka, I got a point on that too.
Yeah.
Even for example, you know, you talk about a watchman as well, which we are also the watchmen of this modern day, which really through reincarnation with the same prophets of which are mentioned of old.
Right.
Another example of a watchman is really Ezekiel, as we call out here. This is Ezekiel 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. And really, if you even go into the word watchman as well, is a man of whom watches for the city, for any type of invasion that's going to come.
Right.
Which you can liken that invasion onto Esau, Eden being our enemy, trying to attack us, man. Especially with this MOTB system to come.
Right.
So the responsibility of a watchman is to warn the people, as we are doing right now.
That's right.
Same way Habakkuk has a vision as well. Esdras as well had his visions too, and those were written down. And of course, for whatever's written for our learning, whatever was written aforetime is written for our learning as well.
Right, for that appointed time. Yeah, back to Habakkuk 3. Yeah, appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. So though it tarry, the watchman he be watching, man, keeping everybody alert. And first and foremost, he has to be alert. And we see we're alert in as far as the spirit and taking heed to the instructions. You understand? So we're alert, and you mentioned Ezekiel on being because all of the prophets, which another word for prophet is seer, which means to see, to see things. You know, if you had binoculars, which a lot of those watchmen they be having those binoculars,
Spiritual
spiritual binoculars. Yeah, but even in war, they be having, even modern day today, when you see these soldiers, they be on these mountains or mountains or hills, and they be watching what the enemies are doing. Zooming in on what the enemies are doing. In the spirit, we be zooming in. That's why we know. That's why we know we're coming near to the end. Let me finish this one, and then you hold after that. You hold Revelation 1 and verse 1. Yeah, after I finish this one. So let me just finish this one off. It says that, but at that end it shall speak and not lie, right? Because it's speaking. All we got to do is sound that trumpet, sound that alarm. Keep awake. Stand on the tower, the watchtower, because they have literal watchtowers.
Yeah.
Castles, they be having literal watchtowers where it's above all the rest of the wall, and they be looking down, to see if there's any snipers or someone sneaking up, ambushers trying to set something up, right? In the spirit. Right, in the spirit, we're doing that too. You mentioned the MOTB, but we're going to get to that. But first, I want to bring out Revelations, and read it as well. Revelations chapters 1 and verse 1. Because we're at that time now. We see the signs. Oh, over there in Ethiopia, they've got. You want to say something?
Yeah,
go on.
You got the digital ID system which they're trying to implement.
Yeah. And
by the end of. Actually, not the end of. They say the end of December 2026. If you watch that video specifically from GMS Watchman, they want to implement this MOTB systems of having through that digital ID, but eventually it's going to be through that bio implant.
That's what it is. That's what. Yeah. It's a setup. It's all a setup for the. When you hear about the digital currency, the digital ID, hence the word digital. It's all prerequisites, precursors for the MOTB, which is which is the mark of the beast. Yeah,
one thing to the other, man. It's going to be from the phone first,
right?
And eventually from the phone, they're going to say, okay, it's about time to start using them implants, man.
Right.
And that's when the real test of faith is going to be here, where Yahawashi Prophecy will then preserve us from it. That we have to have faith that He will preserve us. Okay.
Because I remember I was talking to you about the we got these watches now, innit? The smartwatches. Now, a brother, he made mention of, he had a smartwatch. I know the brother, but I don't need to put no one business out there, right? And he had it on his wrist, and he said, now you mentioned the phone. Before I make that point, I'm going to make the point of the phone. Then you got these we call these Apple Vision daughter,
virtual reality,
right? So this is all digital, and it's called virtual reality, and these are prerequisites also, right? Because then you don't have to download anything. You've got it there at your dispense. Also with the smartphone, he mentioned that he had it on his wrist, right? Because I learned by other people's example as well. And he said that when he took it off his wrist, he said he saw abrasion. It's interesting. He said he saw a bruise.
Yeah, because he had it on tight. that's
all right, but there's a little bit more, right? He said because remember what happens with phones? They give off radiation.
Yeah. Oh.
Right. Now, I'm getting to the point. Yeah. So phones give off radiation. People, they know how dangerous it is to keep it next to your bed and all of that. We hear. Now my physician's hat's just jumped on, right? You shouldn't be really sleeping with your phone near to your bed and all of that.
Yeah, it's not good
right?
for the brain.
And all sorts of radiation and people have said they get headaches. But anyway, to the point, he said that he had a bruise, an abrasion, a bruise started to show up on his wrist. So he said it was the radiation that was giving off the radiation going into his wrist from the phone, right? So imagine you even can get damage and sicknesses from just a phone, or because it's a little bit closer and everything's getting closer to the body, to the skin. So the phones are closer to the skin, and he said he was having problems with affecting his giving the bruise, which is the radiation. Now let's get, because it's going to bring the point for me. I asked you to get Revelation. You hold that. Yeah. Get Revelation chapters 16 and read from the top.
All right, Revelation chapter 16. Let me get that quickly. Hold on. 16 from the top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on. That's for the noise and grievous sword.
Just read it. It's going to speak. It's going to speak.
Revelation 16 and verse 1.
Yeah.
And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth.
Right. That's the wrath of the Most High. Oh,
Yeah.
I asked you to, hold that, please, Baba Kushar. The scriptures, it's like the wind, but hold that and get 2nd Ezra verse 9. Yeah, 2nd Ezra verse 9. And just hold the scriptures, Baba Kushar. Hold both of them. And carry on reading.
Right. It says here, and pour out the vials of the wrath of the Most High upon the earth.
Yep.
And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast,
right,
and upon them which worshipped his image.
So you see where I'm going? You see where the scriptures are going? It'd be telling us. Self-explanatory, man. There's consequences, man. Right? And there's even consequences for, this tech thing. And you got, tech is a means to an end. It's very good. It's very,
advantages.
There's a lot of advantages, a lot of pros and some cons.
Yeah.
But there's not, all right, read it again. Read that verse again, the last
2,
one.
Revelation 16:2, and the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous. And noisome goes into something of which is an unpleasant type of smell. It's stinky.
Right.
And then grievous goes into something that's painful.
Right.
Because those people of whom take the MOTB, the implant, they'll actually have some kind of a cancerous effect. That's
all right. We're going to look at that word. We're going to look at that word.
Noisome and grievous.
Yeah.
Right,
we're going to look at the word. Yeah. But did you finish? Did you finish it off?
Let me finish the verse first, then I'll go into the blue letter. So it says, fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which worshipped his image.
Yeah. So the beast we know is the wicked Romans today, revived Romans, and the image is the customs, the ways of their life, the system, right? Which is a replication. It replicates the beast. That's why it's called the image. Yeah. So there's consequences, as we can see, to worshiping the beast. Which those who worship the beast, they make it. What's the word? I like to say tag and bag. When something is tagged, right, you know who it belongs to. Yeah, let's say if you come out of some of these shops, the supermarkets, you see some of the bag, you see the on the type, on the label of the bag. That's where they've just been shopping. People can identify where they've just come from. So it's very similar, right? People are going to identify. They're going to identify. They know they belong to the beast, right? And also read there's another word there
the
too.
root word.
All right, yeah.
For noisome.
Yeah, go on, please.
So the root word for noisome, it means of a bad nature, not such as thought it ought to be. It says wrong, wicked, of a mode of thinking, troublesome, injurious, pernicious, destructive.
Noisome. Yeah.
And even just the Google definition, that goes into something of which is, I might as well just do it right now.
Get all the meat off that bone. Sometimes I try not to go. I like to go all the way, but sometimes, brothers, you might have to pull me back because I like to get all the meat off the bone.
So, definition of noisome, it says, as I said before, it says having an extremely offensive smell. Yeah. So imagine in that time, those who took the MOTB, give it a few weeks or months, however long Yahawashi Prophecy deems it for, they're going to have a distinct smell upon them.
Right.
Then grievous, that goes into something that's painful. But let me get that definition as well.
So it's just more, we talk about watchmen, right? You can't say, the elect anyway. Let me say this, man. We know that this work is not in vain. Yeah. Right? The prophets always, as they were seers. They see things before they happen.
Yeah.
So this is love right here, right? Despite what scoffers may be saying, this is love. For those who have families, they're going to be putting it down to, Baba Kusha, hold that until we're going to get through some of these words. I want you to bring that out. No doubt, I want you to bring it out.
So grievous, it says the root word, it says it's full of labors, annoyances, hardships, pressed and harassed by labors. Let me see something here. It says bad or of a bad condition in a physical sense, diseased or blind, evil, wicked, bad. Now let me get into the Google
That's grievous, yeah?
Grievous.
Yeah.
Come on. So grievous, the Google definition, it says of something bad, very severe or serious. And of course, what that goes into is, when people take this MOTB, yes, it will be a very bad thing and a very serious situation, man.
Right.
And of course, they're going to experience that type of pain from that situation.
And we had some examples too, which Yahawashi, we're going to give him the credit, but the seers right? We stood upon our watch and we warned people not to get that loosey-juicy, man.
Got a precept on that as
You know,
well.
so we couldn't really feel too bad when we saw people get Bell palsy,
Yeah.
which we still might have felt bad if it's, you know, if it could have been some members of our family. But we know we warned them,
Yeah.
right? And all the other kind of things that went along with them taking it.
Yeah.
We saw, you know, even some, you know, basketball players fainting on the game, on the field.
Yeah.
So many things. Yeah, go on.
Come on, this is Isaiah 58:1. So it says, "Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression and the house of Jacob their sins." So yeah, the responsibility of a watchman, aka a prophet, is really to speak these prophecies onto the house of Israel, so that also the blood is also removed from our hands, man.
That's right.
Ultimately.
Yeah, our blood, we was guilt-free, blood-free, for warning the people about the loosey-juicy.
Yeah.
Right? Even though we might have, you know, if there was an emotional connection, we still had to tell them. Yeah, we didn't let that overwhelm us. If they was insistent, I know you got the scripture because just a couple more. Go back to the. I want that word as well. There's one more word in Revelation 16. The word I want you to look up is viral. Yeah, and then bring out. You're holding Second Ezra's, yeah.
Second Ezra.
Yeah. All right, might as well bring it out now. While he's looking for it. Yeah.
Second Ezra 9 verse from the top 9.
Yeah.
He answered me and said, Measure the town diligently in itself.
Right.
And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Yeah, I asked you to bring that out because Habakkuk is very similar. Prophets had similar lives, man. Right? Being a prophet, you had to be consistent on the watchtower, watching. Right? And as it said there, read the one again. Yeah.
Second Ezra 9 verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure.
Yeah, measuring, you know what I mean? When you measure something, you get out your little, you know, what is it, your ruler or tape measure. You be measuring it, counting the distance between here and there, seeing how long it is, how wide it is. Prophets is Habakkuk. As a watchman, it's very similar. You got to count distances. You got to watch to count distances. How far the enemy are over that hill. All right, we can't get slack here. They'll be here by nightfall, or they're surrounding the place. You tell your wife, your family, your loved ones, right? Your colleagues, get ready.
Yeah. How long left until the enemy comes in?
The moon's gonna, by the time nightfall, which is usually how it usually works, they're waiting for the sun to set, and then they're gonna charge at us. But we're gonna be ready for them if they do. When they do, we're gonna be ready for them. As far as combat in war, you're going to be ready for them because you've been watching. You've been seeing the distance between how long they got before they get to you. Yeah, very similar. Anyway, the point is made. Yeah, you got the root word.
Yeah, for vial, V-I-A-L.
There's a little bit more there.
It says here what a vial is in the blue letter outline of biblical uses. It says a broad, shallow bowl, a deep saucer. So it's basically a container for things, man. And that container is a metaphor for...
You got the blue letter?
Yeah, that's the blue letter one.
All right, go. Let me see what Google says, because
Oh, definition of vial.
Yeah, okay. I'm just curious.
Yeah, this is the definition of vial. V-I-A-L. It says here, a small container, typically cylindrical and made of glass, used especially for holding liquid medicines.
All right. Now, I wanted to. We didn't look up saw, did we? Saw, yeah. That's what I was thinking of. That's what I was thinking of. Right, that's what I was thinking of. All right, while he's looking for that, carry on, because it makes the point. It further brings home the point about prophets and their assignment that they had.
Where will they start? You
read 1, read 2 now.
Read 2. Second Ezra 9 verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Right. Before it all pops off, man. Yeah. He's measured the time. He's kept to his assignment, and he understands. Yeah. Hence, we're following suit. Yeah. Abarazar, where those men coming back? Habakkuk, Ezekiel, Ezra's, the ones we've mentioned, just to name a few, Moses, David, prophets, right? And David had some other titles too, but we're following suit, right? Been measuring the time diligently, man, doing our calling to make our calling more sure, and it's ingrained in us too. You know what I mean? For those who know security guards, they'll be telling you, you know, if you spoke to security guards, it's not no easy job. You know what I mean? You got to make sure you get your sleep in before you go and, you know, go to your job. Get your sleep in, and they call it, what do they call it? Night shift. Night. You know, if it's night shifts, make sure you get you fit because you're gonna have to be alert or unsociable hours. But for the most part, it doesn't matter what you've done. You make sure you can't fall asleep on the job because you know you're gonna get the sack. So he was being diligent. He's making a point there. Is there any more?
Got the root word.
You got it? All right, hold that, and then he's going to bring it. We'll come back to that.
So the root word for sore, it says a wound, especially a wound producing a discharge, pus, to the sore, an ulcer. Now, when you get into the Google definition, you know, for an ulcer, it says a break on the skin in the lining of an organ or on the surface of a tissue. So, of course, in that time, you know, those who took the mark, they're going to have a visible thing on their skin that they actually took the mark. Because that's going to be a cancer to them. I mean, that mark will actually be a literal cancer to them in that time. Yeah. And then it's going to be visible, you know. The prophets of Yahawashi will see, okay, those people who took the mark, they're going to know. It's going to be clear as day in that time. Because it's a noisome, you know, something that's smelly, a distinct smell, and a grievous source. So it's going to be painful for them to also have it too. Yeah. You know, they're going to be literally going through pain.
And we're encouraged, we're making a point about all the physical disadvantages that you have. The main thing is the spiritual though, right? So you may have more convenience, right? But just because you have more convenience,
temporary.
What does the scripture say? Life in sickness and bitterness is better to be deleted. You don't got to get it. That's in Sirach. But that scripture just in my mind. Better to be deleted. But even in the little bit of time you may have to get all your convenience, because it's going to be convenient as far as you know, just the same way. Similarly, in the short term, it's going to be convenient.
But even then, you're still a slave to the system of peaceful eating.
But I mean,
you know? So they think it's convenience, but they've been programmed to think it is.
Yeah. You know, but I mean, I'll say this, right? It's going to seem inconvenient not to have it. And it's going to seem convenient because the way that they're going to push it.
Just like the juice.
That's in Revelations. Yeah. You might as well bring that one out. As a matter of fact, bring out Revelation. You can still hold that on board. Revelation chapters 3 and I like to bring this one out as well. 3 and 10, because we're just pushing the consequences. Because people are very and the elect are gonna be quick anyway. The elect are gonna get it. People don't think of consequences, but when you think of consequences, the ones that are the immediate consequences, that may deter you. People didn't think of the consequences for the loosey juicy.
Yeah, exactly.
You may have told them, but you ain't got the badge of the the physician, the liar. Yeah,
sticker.
But we told them the consequences. Whatever way was there for them to dissuade them from doing it, but they still went ahead and did it anyway, and they have to face the consequence. They faced the consequences.
That's it.
What did we say? We was right. What did the elders and apostles say? So. And that's one of the. And you can say that because the scriptures be done saying that. So Yahawashi, Revelations be saying, you should have listened, man. For those that paid attention, we can hold that too. There's a whole heap of scriptures coming to my mind. We're going to slow it down and take my time. So we looked at that word. Yeah. We finished with it now. So it's as you say, it's visible. But the most
gonna look sick in that day.
The most I'll say let me find the right word. The worst kind of sore is being disobedient to the Most High. That's the biggest consequences. Despite you may, on the short term, you feel like you're doing all right, or you might feel, if I go to the physician, the liar, maybe I can get some cover it over and maybe it'll go away. People be rationalizing, don't they? They be rationalizing a lot. Yeah, bring it out, Baba Kusha.
Isaiah 53 verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live, and I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
Incline your ear, man. That's how we felt, right, with the loosey juicy too. And I'm using that as an example because that proved, that proved us right. Those who were giving the warning, sounding the trumpet, that proved us right then.
Yeah.
And again, it's going to prove us right here again. Right? Read that again, Baba Kushar. One more time, if you don't mind, Baba Kushar.
Isaiah 55,
And you can hold
verse 3.
Revelation 3 and 8.
3 and 10.
3 and 10.
Go on.
Isaiah 55 verse 3. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
Yeah. So that's an invitation, man. All you got to do is incline your ear. But the elect are the ones that will incline their ear anyway. And we can be sure and be confident about that. They're going to listen and live. And yet, on this side, right, but the most important thing is, even if you do face the guillotines, right, as a matter of fact, I'm going to let the scripture speak.
Yeah.
Let that one come out,
Revelation 3 and 10.
and then you can hold
I got it here for you. Revelation 3 and 10.
Okay, go on.
You asked for that.
I can read Revelation 2 and 10 because it's similar as well.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let him read that, and you hold Revelations chapters 20.
Okay.
Yeah, hold that.
All right, this is Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah. See, that's the importance of listening and taking heed, man. And that the one you brought out was a good one too. Isaiah 55. If you heed, you will live.
Yeah.
Yeah, you may face the guillotines even on this side for rejecting it. As a matter of fact, I asked you to get it, and that's going to say it for me. Yeah, that scripture. Who did I ask to get hold of?
Revelation 3 and 10.
Yeah, you read that one. Read it again, and I asked someone to hold Revelations chapter 20. Yeah, read that one
All right,
again.
Revelation 3 and verse 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah.
And that's a brief point as well. Where it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, as Yahawashi has commanded us to preach this word, of course, to go out there in the houses and byways and preach, that's keeping the word of the patience of Yahawashi. And hence why, as a result of doing this, obeying Yahawashi as he is our master, he says, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. The hour of temptation is talking about the time where the MOTB is going to be put out there for people to take. But of course, they don't know. Not everyone's going to know that taking it will lead to damnation of their soul, man. Which really, I'm talking about the nuclear missile destruction,
Right.
and also judgment upon their spirits, man.
Yeah. So
Their vessel.
in to back you up, when that's introduced, first they're going to make it, as I mentioned, it's going to be just seem convenient, as a convenience, the hour of temptation, as a convenience. So they're going to be trying to lure you in, tempt you. You're going to have better, you may have better credit,
Psychological
right?
traits.
You may have better access to, for those who, another example, I'll be using that example. People were able, when they got the loosey juicy, they were able to go to clubs, go to attain to their bread in circuses,
Getting donuts.
keep your job, get a Happy Meal, and I'm not. That's not even exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating, but there's tested. There's we have it. This is it's been said.
Yeah.
Better meals, better what's the to enter onto certain restaurants. So that was a temptation in order for you to take it.
Yeah, and you waste your life away for something temporary. You're gonna eat the donut, and you're gonna put it out.
Right.
That's the thing. So you're pretty much, these people are pretty much selling out on a low level.
Yeah, that's what it is.
For vanity.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not even a low level, man. It's kind of like
For a donut, that's a low level.
You say low level, right? But I'm just saying, I'm making a point.
God,
when you're selling that, you give up your life. That's
true.
That's extreme.
Yeah.
I mean, they may not see it. I know what you're saying.
God.
They may not see it like that, and we see it as, because it's something very simple for us to reject, because we are the prophets. Abarat are with those men coming back. We took heed, and it was just as easy and simple as taking heed unto the word of the Most High, as it said there.
Yeah.
So, and there's another scripture that's going to back. I asked you to hold it. Revelations chapters 20 and 4. That backs it up even more.
Yeah. Revelation 20 verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahawashi Hamashiach,
Yeah.
and for the word of our power.
Yeah, I'll stop you there because in not taking it, I made mention that people are going to take it, right? Who are not of the elect. They're going to take it. They're going to, as I say, they're not going to resist the temptations, the convenience, the invitations, the access to having a normal life. You know, people just wanted a normal life.
Yeah. As the scripture says,
what they call a normal life, what they think is a normal life, a better life. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, as the scripture said, you know, in Ecclesiastes 2 and 11, that everything upon this earth right now is really vanity and vexation of spirit.
Yeah.
So really people taking that MATB just to be able to try and live in their normal lives. Nothing's going to be normal after the MATB, especially when they realize if they try and speak any form of truth against Esau, Edom, their master, you know, Esau's just going to turn off their chip, and then they're going to know that they're living in a technological dystopia.
Yeah, oh, that's another thing. Yeah, carry on reading where you was.
Right. Verse, let me go through again.
Yeah.
Revelations 20 verse 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witnesses of Yahawashi Mashiach, and for the word of our power, and which had not worshipped the beast.
Right, you see? Right, that's the Roman Empire. Right, there wasn't a part, they didn't care to be a part of it. They rejected the beast, hence the tag, to be marked and tagged, to be identified. Yeah, finish off.
Right, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received
The way of life, they rejected the way of life, the image, yeah?
neither
His customs and everything else, yeah?
neither had received his mark upon their foreheads,
Right.
or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahawashi Hamashiach 1,000 years.
Right, see? Now, that's the advantages, right? And there is advantages for not accepting it. Now, even if we don't, again there, this carnal life, you give it up, right? You have to go into the concentration camps. Elder be pushing this along, or the guillotines, right? We can get ready for them too. We're preparing our mind for that. We're actually prepared to, if by denying the MOTB, the Karagma, we're prepared to face the guillotines. But there's examples of prophets. As a matter of fact, we're going to let the scripture speak on that one. Yeah, get that precept. Hold on. Yeah, read your precept.
This is Psalm 72 and verse 13 to 14.
Yeah.
He shall, let me quote that again. Psalm 72 and 13. Psalm 72 verse 13 to 14. He shall spare the poor and the needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. So of course, those of us who strive for the truth to the very end, even up to the point of death, we are truly making our bodies now a literal sacrifice, which will be in honor of Yahawashi ultimately. You know, as Yahawashi said, what greater love is there but if a man sacrifices his own life, you know, for another man? You know, we should really talk about the brotherhood right there, as Yahawashi did for us. We also return that favor even by making our bodies a living sacrifice for resisting Esau Edom's MOTB at the end of the day.
I'll bring it out.
1 King 19 and 18. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto the Baal, and every mouth which have not kissed him.
Yeah, man, read it again.
1 King 19 and 18. Yet I have left me 7,000 in Israel, all the knees which have not bowed unto Baal, and every mouth which have not kissed him.
Yeah. That goes into
Read the elect.
standing your ground, standing first. Yeah, the elect of the elect, right? Because you've got the elect, which are the Israel, the so-called black people. They're elect according to the world. Yeah, 1/3. They're elect. But then you've got the elect in among the elect,
144,000.
which are the 144,000 chosen. Yeah, they're brought from to be rulers in the kingdom. Right? Under Yahweh, Yahawashi under Yahweh, King David under Yahawashi, then you got the 144,000, which are the governing body.
Yes, Yahweh, Yahawashi, of course, then you got the 12 apostles. Yeah, 12 apostles, 12 disciples.
They're in amongst. They're going to be they're going to be in amongst, but yeah, they are the 144,000 as well. They're the governing body of the governing body, but the 144,000 will be the governing body, and all the rest of them they're going to be governing under them. They're going to be governors. Let me say it like that. So the elect are going to stand their ground, right? Not going to bow their knee to bow. You just brought that scripture out. And back then, you know, you had that fearsome, you might call it debate or challenge, where you had the prophets who worship Baal and the sincere prophets who didn't bow their knee. A lot of them was deleted in that conference or that challenge as well. That goes into it in Elijah, talking about Elijah and the false prophet, or the Baal worshippers. And he ended up deleting it, but it was such an extreme example, a powerful example, right? You saw the benefits of not being led or resisting that temptation, because the Most High drenched the actual logs of wood. He drenched it, and he poured it. As a matter of fact, let's get that. Let's go there. Let's find it. Just hit the point. I don't want to butcher it. It's a little while since I've. It's one of my favourite examples, though. All right.
Wait, to get something.
Yeah, I want you to get Hebrews, and make some points in Hebrews 11, and hit 24. Again, another one of some of my favourite examples in here. Until you hold what you're looking for.
Right, this is Hebrews 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years...
Yeah. By faith, yeah. Go on, slack it, go on.
Hebrews 11, verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter.
Yeah, because he was brought up under the Egyptians, man. A wealthy, you know, for those that seen that the Ten Commandments, that to give you a visual, he was brought up as a king under Pharaoh, as a royal. Let me say it like that, as a royal. Yeah, he received the trinkets and the benefits of being royalty life. And as it says there, he refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. He was called. He would have known how to. You know, he lived that life. Let me say it like that. And the next verse explains it as well. Why?
Verse 25. Choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of our power, of our God, than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season.
Yeah. And again, we use that example, the precursor with the Lucy Juicy. People just wanted to just be able to get into that mirth, man. Anything, as we said, it wasn't no light thing. Because a lot of them now, they be suffering the consequences of it, but they just wanted to the short period of looking at the short term, not looking at the consequences, the long term. So here we have Moses here talking about refusing to suffer the affliction with the people, choosing rather to suffer the affliction with the people, his people, and he would rather to be a slave. As a matter of fact, in the movie, he chose to be treated the same as his brothers, his fellow Israelite. He wanted to be treated. He actually was treated the same. He was treated a certain way, so bad, and he saw the treatment of his people. He's not going to go into it in this. Right, it's in Exodus that he actually rose up and slayed one of the harsh taskmasters. He slayed one of them, and he had to end up becoming a fugitive, running from Egypt. But carry on reading, because we're making a point. Yeah, read up to about read to 26.
Hebrews 11, verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi Hamashiach greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Oh, read that again.
Hebrews
Baba
26 verse, Hebrews 11 verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi Prophecy.
No, I got to think about that for a little bit. Got to choosing. Look up the word reproach, Baba Kusha. Hold it. Look up that word reproach.
Yeah.
We want to break. We want to get into this, man. I'll see if we can really take our time with this bit a little bit here, because in the Christian church they'll be reading it and say, "Oh, look at that," and the woman be sitting there. She be saying it, reciting it word for word. But they be going home and they be they're the ones that be taking the loosey juicy, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They don't realize that it's the same principle that was happening then, back here today. And again, I'm using it as a precursor. You say, yeah, it's so true, and you can talk to them, and some of them be quoting scriptures. Some of these women, they're so clever. They be quoting scriptures to you. We know when we was in that thing. We know some of them be reciting scriptures. They can recite scriptures word from the top to the bottom. Certain ones of them, as if they really got it down packed. But if you ask them, did you take the loosey juicy? Oh yeah, and I told my family to take it too. Because the boss said we should to keep our job. So what are you? Hold on a minute. You know the scriptures, but you ain't applying the scriptures, man. Yeah. So have you found it?
Yeah. The definition.
This is all in Abaratazar to edify those who. There's times we're coming up to them times, man, when we got to apply it with the things that we know. Hence, there's a scripture that's on my mind right now, but read that one, Baba Kusha. Yeah.
So the definition of reproach, based on what the brother Harbour just now, says an expression of disapproval or disappointment. So, when showing someone reproach, it means that kind of like a father showing onto their son reproach. That goes into having an expression of disapproval.
After
a father being disappointed for the actions of their son. That's what it means.
Say that again.
Go on. So it says the expression of disapproval or disappointment.
It's all right.
Yeah, the expression of disapproval or disappointment. So, as I said previously, on the father and son example, if a father has an expression of disappointment, that's typically an example of really the father feeling basically some kind of shame, towards the son, disapproval, like, why did he do this?
Yeah.
Disappointment, some kind of that type of feeling that a father has onto their sons, the same way. Well, could you read that precept again?
Which one?
Verse 26, that same one.
Hebrews 11 verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi Prophecy greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, you wanted him to read it again, yeah? Go on.
So now that we've read that, this is the definition. It says, because it says that Yahawashi esteeming the reproach.
That's it.
It says the expression of disapproval.
And who was the reproach from? From the Most High. Not from your boss. Read it again.
It was from Yahawashi.
Yeah, read it again.
Hebrews 11 verse 26.
Yeah.
Esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi Prophecy.
Exactly.
It's not from your boss. Right, because some of them, they're scared, more scared of their boss than Yahawashi. That's the problem, you see. Oh, I'm going to lose the job. This is what we're trying to clarify it.
Yeah.
Right, we're trying to make it plain. Oh, did we not open up with that? Habakkuk chapters 2?
Yeah.
To stand upon our watch and basically to make it plain upon tables. We're making it plain upon tables because as we know, we've got newly listened ones, and we ain't trying to drown them out. There's times when you can get deep. Right, for the most part, refusing MRTB is basic. If you understand that it's basic, understanding that all you got to do is listen to the counsel from the scriptures. Yeah. So you may not know all the deep breakdowns, which we know a lot of them. We're getting to know them, all the deep breakdowns, the revelations. It goes into that Revelation 12, Revelation 20, Daniel's 2. Daniel's chapter 7, Daniel's chapter 11. We knowing them, and we're getting to know them, and we're acquainting with ourselves with them. Abaratazar, the scriptures that we really want to get familiar with at this time and moment in time is understanding to don't take the MOTB. The elders be stressing that, right? So read that again, Baba Kushawa, for the last time.
Hebrews 11 verse 26. Esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi Prophecy greater riches than the treasures in Egypt.
Right. And there's treasures in today. Where are we now? Modern day Egypt. Revelation be talking about that. We're in modern day Egypt now. And yeah, you can benefit. You can have a comfortable life temporarily, which we see what's happening over there in Babylon right now. The Most High is destroying Babylon. So if you think you're going to have a... we're hearing a lot of stories. Let me just say that. And if the Spirit wants that to come out and we get into that, we can get into that. We know what's going on with Los Angeles, Hollywood right now.
California,
those fires. With the video I entitled it. The Most High is destroying Babylon. So much for the American dream. People want the American dream. And that's been pushed all around the world. People come from miles, from all over the parts of the world. The talks scriptures go into that, the traveling merchants, to benefit, to get the American dream. And they be accomplished. They have their corner shops over there, over here. Elam, Moab, Amnon, profiting from our wounds anyway, really and truly. But to accomplish the American dream, which they have only temporarily. Yeah, vanity and vexation. Right. So, in line with what we just read, they want to be part of this Egypt, and not wanting to be reproached. That word we're looking at now, we ain't finished the word yet, have we? Have we finished it? I'll
read it again, yeah. All right. Same thing.
Just to drive the point home, making it plain upon tables, yeah.
As it says in Hebrews 11:26, esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi. And to esteem something is to give it respect.
Now you really want me to, now you got to look up that word now.
Yeah,
so I can't let that word go past now.
Esteem,
yeah, please.
Esteem, the Google definition of esteem, it means respect and admiration. To consider, to deem. So when it says esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi, it means that we give the disapproval, the disappointment of Yahawashi, we respect it. Because, as a servant fears their master, if I do this, then master's going to punish me. If I don't do this, then master's going to reward me. In that case, I'm talking about the MOTB. If you don't take the MOTB, then you're going to be rewarded as well. And prior to that, because of the works that you've been doing, which really we're not saved by our works, but really through the grace of Yahawashi Prophecy, at the end of the day, the scriptures say faith without works is vain. That's why we're doing it. For readers, the prophecy's sake, man, for Yahawashi. Because again, esteeming the reproach of Yahawashi, which means we respect the fact that we severely consider the reproach, meaning the disapproval and disappointment of Yahawashi, meaning we don't want to disappoint Yahawashi. That's the point.
That reminds me of that scripture. We don't got to get it. We're on a roll here. But it says, count it all joy when you meet with various temptations, man. Esteeming it or counting it joy. Right? The reproach, counting it joy.
I'm still holding
in the flesh says it's bad. No, but the spirit is gonna say, yeah, count it joy, and you're gonna put the flesh back in check. What you say you was holding?
Yeah, the prophets of Baal.
All right, mate, hit that quick point just to make the point. Hit that quick point.
Thing?
You can hit that. We kind of gone past that now. Really, we kind of gone past that.
I could, try and read.
All right, I tell you what, right? Hit the end story of it.
All right,
hit the end story of it when he gathered all the prophets up in the room, and
said, all right, so this is around verse. I'll read from verse 38. So this is 1 Kings 18 and 38. Just for context, Elijah was basically doing some kind of a little
a challenge. Who is the true God? My God is the true God. Your God is dead. He can't hear you. And they were scratching themselves. They was cutting up themselves, waiting for an answer from their so-called prophet, their false prophet Bel. There was no answer. But when Yahawashi answered, he brought their logs was drenched with water, and he caused fire to come down from heaven and dry up and burn up the logs which were drenched with water. That's the context.
Now let me read that as well. That this is like the latter part of that. So 1 Kings 18 and 37. Hear me, O Lord Yahweh, hear me, that this people may know that thou art the Lord Yahweh Most High, and that thou hast turned their heart back again. Right. Then the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice.
There you go, the water.
And the wood and the stones and the dust, and licked up the water was in the trench.
There you go.
And when all the people saw it, they fell on their faces, and they said, the Lord Yahweh, he is the power. the Lord, he is the power. And Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal,
Boom.
let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there.
Oh.
So that's like a sign for, you know, the prophets of the false prophet of Babylon,
Right.
and the so-called Roman Catholic Church. They're all going to be burnt away, man. You know, as it says within Revelation about the prophet, the false prophet, man. Their destiny is to be cast into the lake of fire.
Are you holding something?
And also, that's going to be the judgment right there. The same with the prophets of Baal.
Sex, repeat what you just said.
Yeah, just like in Revelation where it mentions the false prophet shall be cast into the lake of fire.
Yeah.
It's the same way it says it, the same way the prophets of Baal were also burnt up.
Yep.
I mean, were basically killed.
Yep.
It's the same way you know, the prophets of Esau, Edom, the wicked, they're also going to be destroyed as well.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Right, and that was right in front. As soon as it was made evident who was the true God, the sincere ones gave glory. This is the true God. They bowed down, and it said, "Delete every single. Don't let not one of them escape." Right, we need to put it into modern terms. Right, it's going to be the same as you said.
Yeah.
Those Revelations chapters 21 and 8. Right, the lies and those falsifiers and all those worshiping that, you know, that going to get burnt up in the fire. Was it? As a matter of fact, I don't like to butcher
Let
it.
me
Go and get that one.
Yeah.
And bring this one out.
Jeremiah 23 verse 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
Yep. Woe means destructions. Right, and that was a woe right there. It was instant judgment. Right. Once you saw the evidence, right, and they gave glory, the true, sincere doubters, the doubters who were sincere, they went over to serve. They acknowledged the true God, and those that was fixed and stubborn in their ways was proved a liar. Every one of them was deleted. All right,
5 more minutes.
All right, so we're going to start winding down. There's so many things. There's so many things we could bring out. We're going to we just going to bring out a couple more precepts to end off. What you say?
Yeah, the one that cast into the lake of fire.
Yeah, all right,
so
bring
Revelation 19 and verse 20. So Revelation 19 and 20, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him,
Right.
and with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast,
Right.
and them that worshipped his image. These both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone.
Right.
You know, so of course the beast right there is talking about this Roman Empire, this Roman system.
Yeah, the Catholic Church.
Yeah, no, the false prophet is the Catholic Church. The beast really goes into Rome again, man. America, really, you can liken it onto. And I said that mark of the beast that goes into the chip. That I said it's a luck, yeah.
No, say it, man.
Yeah, because that's going to be the thing of which people will have to reject in that time. It says, with which he deceived them. So,
Hold on. When it says the false prophets,
yeah.
the false prophets is the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on.
And the beast is the Roman Empire. That's just to clarify. Go on. And we're going to get there's a scripture as well to back that up. Carry on.
The Roman Empire, as well as because reincarnated, that's really can be likened onto America, but that again, Rome. It says, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, and it says, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast. So of course that MOTB will be advertised as something of which we use to heal people. You know, Elon Musk is saying that Neuralink chip is going to be used in order to heal what was it again, that paralysis or something. You know, it goes into the brain, innit? So Esau's got a lot to reveal of that. He's going to advertise it, you know, like the movie Upgrade. A guy took an implant of which allowed him to be able to walk again, man. You know, he was quadriplegic, which means something goes into like not being able to walk. But yeah, anyway, so okay, let me finish this verse off. These both were cast into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. Let's talk about the nuclear missiles in America, which will then form up that lake of fire.
Right.
It's not talking about hell. It's talking about nuclear missiles and burning.
Right. Which is going to be burnt. It's going to be like hell. Where the way they describe it, the way they're going to be burning up. Right. But it's going to be literal. It's a literal fire.
Yeah.
Right. I've got some things I could say, but let me just bring the scripture. So we can end with this one. As a matter of fact, read that one again. You had it, and we're gonna end with this one. Jeremiah, you had Jeremiah 23, just because you brought out the point about they're going to be in the lake of fire. Jeremiah 23:1 again. Read it again, and then I'm going to end with this one. We're winding down. This could be the last one, or last two scriptures. Jeremiah chapters 23.
Jeremiah 23 verse 1. Woe, Jeremiah 23 verse 1. Woe unto the passers that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord.
Right, just to drive the point home even further. So woe means destruction, and the lake of fire is going to be the second death. Yeah, because we had the water, the flooding, then that was by water. The second death is going to be by fire, which are the intercontinental ballistic missiles.
And Joel 2 backs that as well.
And so we're going to end with this one, Revelations, because we was talking about the false prophets and the beast. Revelations chapter 16 and 13 says, and I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs, and it came out of the mouth of the dragon. Right, again, this
that's the
Romans. That's the Romans, right? You had the ancient Romans, right? Then which was one of the 4 empires. You had the Greece, you had the Babylonians, the ancient Babylonians, the Grecian, the Medo-Persians, the Grecians, and then you had the ancient Romans, which you had the gold, which is the more precious metal. You had the silver, the second precious metal. Then you had the bronze, which are the symbols to these kingdoms. Then you had the molten clay and the iron, which they didn't gel, which is why we know which are the NATO and the EU, which is around 32 nations, and we know by their conference that they're not united, similar with the molten clay and the iron don't mix. They don't mix together. So this backs up the point about the Catholic Church and the dragon. We're talking about the dragon, the ancient Romans, and let me finish it off. It says, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophets, which are you have the three unclean frogs, which is the Vatican, that's the Catholic Church over there in Rome. Then you got the corrupt banking system over here in England, which we know is a corrupt banking system. And then you got the military, which is the Pentagon over there in Arlington, Virginia Arlington over there in America, right? Which is in Virginia Arlington, just precisely where it is. So that's the 3 unclean frogs. And what's going to happen? He says that they're going to be in the lake of fire, ultimately in the lake of fire. So hence we give these warnings, man. We give these warnings. As a matter of fact, I got one more. I just want to bring out one more precept, because I like to, other writers are making the point. Jeremiah chapters 7 and 25 says, since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets, to name a few: Habakkuk, Ezekiel, what's the other one? Hagar. You got the minor prophets, and then you got the major prophets, right? Since the day that your fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day, I have even sent unto you all my servants the prophets, daily rising up early and sending them, right? Yet they hearkened not unto me, nor inclined their ear, but hardened their neck. They did worse than their fathers. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken to thee. Thou shalt also, just to make the point, the 2/3, they're destined for destruction. Hebrews chapters 12, he describes them, that B word, the bastard children. So Abba Ratazar, we fall under the lot of the, let me carry on. Therefore thou shalt speak all these words unto them, but they will not hearken to thee. Thou shalt also call unto them, but they will not answer thee. And Jeremiah, man, they put him through hell, literal hell, physical, spiritual, and literal. When you get into it, so he made up his mind, man. He realized, pray not for these people, man. But we're doing this, right? We're standing on the watchtower, sounding the alarm, warning the people, making it plain upon tables. Abba Ratazar, it was plain, and Abba Ratazar was edifying to all the sincere elect out there. So we're going to end on that note, man. Keep fighting, keep praying, and keep enduring Abba Ratazar to the end. Abba Ratazar, all the way.
Go on.
So we want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kodash.
Yeah, man.
Double honors to
Shalom.
those
Yeah.
apostles.
Double honors, man. Double honors to all the sincere out there. And shalom to all those, man. Until the next one. Shalom.